Well, hi everybody, and welcome to week 2. You'll see our uh, Unit 2 information on your screen, and you should see my smiling face in a box there someplace. I'm going to move this mic out of the way, and hopefully you can hear me. But I just want to run you through some of the information that you'll be looking at over the course of this week. You should be finished with Frankel Part 1, and your reflection paper should be posted, as well as some discussion board posts from last week. I will get on and probably get those graded tomorrow or Wednesday. But cursory look at papers and such, I like what I'm seeing. Thank you to those of you who are taking such great care to use good APA formatting and put your best work forward. I appreciate that. It's helpful. So let's look at Unit 2, and you're going to be reading Frankel Part 1 and his postscript. And then Dupree's The Millwright Died, Intimacy, Who Owns This Place? Some thoughts for CEOs who build buildings, and Why Should I Weep? A lot of reading this week, so make sure you get after that sooner in the week, so you have time to let that settle in and mentally marinate. It may take, with this type of reading, it might take a few readings for you to grasp everything, just because some of these concepts are deep. There's some that are right on the surface that are easy to grasp, but there's some others that might be a little more difficult. So give yourself some time. With anything that we have to take in and really think about, we need to give ourselves that time for reflection. Let me remind you, too, to take notes. My journal's in the other room, so I can't show it to you. But keep pad and paper close at hand, or a journal. And, well, I have one of them here. I have multiple journals. This is one I take a few notes in, but not my primary one. So going on with the assignments, yeah, make sure you take the notes as you're going through. That's going to help you greatly. So you'll look at the Viktor Frankl Institute site and his logotherapy site, as well as a Herman Miller site. I was on that the other day, and it looks like it's been redesigned. It looks really nice. And then read and complete the Unit 2 journal assignment. And by now you've seen the template. I uploaded a new template that has a lot of the APA stuff already in it to make things easier for you. So please engage those course texts thoughtfully. Remember to engage both the course texts and external sources in these. That does two things. It deepens your reflection, gives you a deeper pool from which to draw, but it will also help you as you move forward in this course, especially week 6. You've got 2 major papers that are due. And so the more work you can do as you go through the class, the better off you're going to be when it comes time to write those papers. And you'll have much of the research done through these reflection papers, and you can rewrite that. I don't expect you to cut and paste your information, but it gives you a starting point from which to draw. And so that will help you greatly as you get to those final papers, and to pull the things together, because it's these classes move so fast, it's easy to forget what you've learned in week 1 by the time you get to week 5 or 6. And then you have Frankel's logotherapy, which is attached to your unit. You'll see that PDF there under assigned reading and preparation activities. You do have some graded work due, so make sure you know about that. The Unit 2.1 and 2.2 discussions, and I'll run you through the prompts there just in a minute. And then that reading assignment. Remember, you need your initial post and then your midweek posts to which are responses to your classmates. So Unit 2.1 discussion, the prompt is this, and I'd like to get you thinking about it. A couple of the Dupree essays we've read so far discuss the development of intimacy with work. Do you think it's possible to become intimate with your work, even if you don't consider your work to be a major contributor in giving meaning to your life? How does Frankl's discussion of life's transitory possibilities relate to this question? Now, I did list some page numbers and things like that. There's many different versions of Frankl's books out there. My copy, I don't have it laying here, but my copy is very old. I think it was published probably in the 60s or 70s. So it's very different in pagination from some of the newer ones that are out there. So hopefully that is around in that area where you can find that easily. But if you do the reading, you'll run across. Just remember transitory possibilities and watch for that in your reading. And so the participation requirements are there. Please do pay attention. Those word counts are approximate. When I'm looking at your discussion board posts, I'm looking for content. I'm looking for engagement with the course texts. And that comes through. I can tell within a matter of moments of reading something if it's got substance to it or if it's just a lot of words and not a lot of engagement with the course texts. So I don't want to say the word count isn't important. It's a measurement, but don't get hung up on word count. I'd rather have you focus more on content and making sure that you've got really good content and you've thoroughly engaged the topic. If you're thoroughly engaging the topic at the level that you should be, the word counts will take care of themselves. And then 2.1, after finishing, or excuse me, 2.2, after finishing man's search for meaning, please share the passage or idea that is most meaningful for you. And this is where that journal comes in. So I tell you what, I'll make you guys a deal to see if you guys are watching these videos. I have here a leather-covered journal. It's probably about maybe 6 inches high by maybe about 4.5, 5 inches wide. The first person to email me and say, I want a journal and include their shipping address, I will send you a handmade leather journal. I make these. I will send you a handmade leather journal that you can use for this class or other classes. And that will let me know that you're watching these videos that I'm putting out. But your 2.2, you should be writing in a journal of some sort, whether it's a pad of notebook paper or some blank sheets of paper you're stapled together, whatever works for you. It can be a 3-ring binder, you name it. But you should have a place to keep some notes, especially when you're dealing with this type of assignment. What was it that really spoke to you? You stumbled across something as you read, and it's like, man, that is really good. And think about that. Chew on it, ruminate on it, write it down, and then talk about it in that discussion board post. All right, and then your Unit 2 reading journal, I talked a little bit about that, and you've got a template for that. And so, yeah, I think that's everything. I look forward to the learning that's ahead in this week. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be putting up some additional helpful information as the week unfolds. So I will sign off for now, and I will see you soon. Take good care. Bye-bye.